for Mayo.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Environment and Water. I thank the Minister for today reaffirming the government's commitment to deliver the promised 450 gigalitres of water to South Australia by 2024, as under the plan. Today's commitment is a relief for thousands of people across Mayo. Would the Minister please detail how the 450 gigalitres will be delivered to South Australia by 2024?
I give the call to the Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I want to thank the member for Mayo for her question. It's a very important question, and this government shares her concern to ensure that the 450 gigalitres of additional environmental water that was promised to South Australia in order for South Australia to sign on to the Murray-Darling Basin Plan is in fact delivered. I support that objective. I know the Prime Minister supports that objective. I know the members for Spence and Boothby and Macon and Adelaide and the Minister for Health and the Minister for Social Services support that objective. I know the South Australian government is very committed, and I spoke again this week to their Deputy Premier and Minister for Water about how we deliver on this plan. The Murray-Darling Basin Plan is a good plan. Labor made it, Labor delivered on it. It's those opposite for almost a decade who have sabotaged the delivery of the Murray-Darling Basin Plan. And I'd be interested to know whether the members for Grey and Barker and Sturt also support the delivery of the 450 gigalitres of environmental water for the Murray-Darling Basin Plan. I'll tell you something that makes this a little bit challenging, member for Mayo. What makes it challenging is that in almost a decade, those opposite have delivered 2 out of 450 gigalitres of water.
I'll just ask the Minister for Environment and Water to resume her seat. Order. I'll call the member for Petrie.
Relevance. The Environment Minister has not been relevant to the question. The question said nothing about alternative policies and what happened in the past.
Resume your seat. Order. The Minister is being entirely relevant. I'll give the call to the Minister for Environment.
Well, Mr Speaker, I'll tell you how we are delivering on it. In fact, in the 2 months that I've been the Environment Minister, I have already contracted almost 2 gigalitres of water towards this 450 gigalitre target.
Order.
I have done as much. I have contracted as much in 2 months as those opposite have delivered in almost a decade. I'll be meeting.
The member for Barker.
So I will be meeting. I'll be meeting with state environment and water ministers in coming months. I'll be meeting with the state and ACT water ministers in coming months to make sure that we can deliver on this 450 gigalitre target. I'll be making sure that every state, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, the ACT and South Australia, do what they have promised to do, which is return this flow to the system. We'll increase First Nations water ownership and will take climate change into account in future modelling and planning for the system. We'll make sure that we release the Water for the Environment Special Account report. Guess what? Another report they had before the election and didn't release.
Order.
So I can reassure the member for Mayo we are committed to meeting this target. We'll work with you to do that.